And of football, because Tuesday next week our team will face off with world and European champions Spain on the very same pitch that LaRoja beat the Netherlands 1-0 in the World Cup final in 2010. It'll be a youthful 23-man squad for South Africa who will play in the friendly international at FNB Stadium, which kicks off at 9 p.m. Tickets are really well priced. They're between 50 and 200 rands. Now in studio to chat about the match we have SAFA President Jordaan as well as Bafana Bafana coach Jordaan and Igesund. A very good morning to you, gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us. Danny, what a coup for South Africa to get Spain here.
Well, it's wonderful. We will relive the memories of the 11th of July 2010. It was a spectacular night, and I think Iker Casillas, when he lifted that trophy on that night, you could see tears flowing, and he'll be back now, back in that goal, and we'll see what happens.
One man, Gordon, that won't be coming here, that a lot of people were expecting to see, was Diego Costa, the much spoken about Brazilian Spanish man from Atletico Madrid. He, as well as Cesc Fabregas. How did you receive the news?
Look, obviously, as Danny just said, it's so fantastic for any team or any coach to face the world champions, you know, and these 13 players in their squad that lifted the trophy here in South Africa, you know, so it's just a great opportunity and I think a fantastic night for everybody.
All right, and the fact that Diego Costa and Cesc Fabregas aren't going to be coming with the team anymore?
Well, you know, they've got so many quality players, you know, just one of 23 or 24 or even 40 players, you know. Obviously, the supporters would love to have seen them here and play against them, but they've got so much quality in their team and so much class. So, you know, I think they're going to be missed.
Yeah.
Well, injuries, you know, the strange thing is, and Gordon knows, towards November, December, players start getting injuries. And we saw Cesc Fabregas after scoring the header for Barcelona that just went to his leg, and Costa also has a thigh injury. Well, he has created a lot of discussion because it is probably the first player in the world to refuse to play for Brazil. You know, if there's a call-up for Brazil and you're a footballer, it's accepted that you have to go and play, and he said no. So the world is looking and watching why did he do that.
Well, those two players are two names that many people have spoken about, and they will be spoken about, and maybe a bit missed by some of the fans that would have liked to have gone to FNB. But I mean, you look at the names that are coming: Iker Casillas, Victor Valdez. These are just some of the names from the squad that was announced by Vicente Del Bosque, Alvaro Abiola, John Fran. There is a host of superstars, as you say, from Spain. Danny, I just want to answer, what about the timing of the match? It's midweek, it's 9 o'clock in Johannesburg on Tuesday.
Well, it is Spain. I think we must celebrate the fact that out of 209 countries, Spain decided on their road to Brazil, where they have to go and defend their trophy, they want to come back here. So it was a very important engagement. And in terms of time difference, you know that in the World Cup, our last match started at 9 o'clock. You have to consider the time differences. In Europe, it's going to be 8 o'clock. In South America, it's even earlier. So sometimes it's later. Remember the '94 World Cup when it was the United States. Major events, unfortunately, has that problem of time adjustment for broadcasting that is possible for the whole world to watch the match. And this is a match that is demanded worldwide on television.
Well, I mean, I must say, I went for a run late last night about 6 o'clock, and the evening was absolutely beautiful. Such is the thing that we have in Johannesburg. Evenings are really, really nice. So hopefully we'll have some very good weather next week, Tuesday, that people can actually come out and enjoy the football. Is it all systems go? Is there going to be any like pre-match entertainment or anything else?
Well, it's going to be a spectacular evening. I don't want to deal with all the details now. The logistic team has been working very hard on this. And we hope that we will have a full stadium again to reflect on the 11th of July. And as you pointed out, it may be 9 o'clock for the fans in South Africa, but there are fans in Japan that will get up 2 o'clock in the morning to watch the match. It is going to be a huge match with major interest all over the world, and I just wish Gordon and his team all of the best.
Danny mentions a full stadium. It's something that you, as the coach of Bafana Bafana, would love to see.
Yeah, we would. I mean, obviously, to play, as we said earlier on, to play against Spain in a full house, it's unbelievable, you know. And there's a new era in South African football at the moment. We've got a very young team out there, the new generation, so to speak. And I think we're going to put up a good showing, and we'll be very competitive. And, you know, for the players to play in front of a full stadium, it's fantastic. You know, it's always is like that. And to play the champions, I mean, what could anybody ask for? Even the supporters, you know, we must celebrate this day and go out there and really show the rest of the world what we're capable of.
Well, let's just chat a little bit about the squad that you actually chose to play in this match against Spain. Average age of 24, really young guys. We also see a host of Orlando Pirates players that also form part of that squad.
Yeah, look, I think it's very important to acknowledge that, you know, we have to have a bigger picture of 2015, 2017 African Cup of Nations and 2018 World Cup. And we've got a lot of fantastic players in our team that have reached the age now where in come 4 years' time they're going to be at the wrong age of 30 or 32. So we need to now start introducing the younger players. And we've got some fantastic players, like Dalen Klaassen, Sapatosis, these guys are 20 and 22. We've got Dean Furman, we've got so many young players coming through, and Ndili Jali's, a couple of the Orlando Pirates players. You know, so the mix is very, very good. But also we don't want to discount the older players, like, for example, De Kachua and certain other players who are 26 and 27 that are still really in their prime. So I think we're on the right track, and going forward for 2015 and 2018, I think we're going to have a very exciting squad come that time.
All right, now let's just speak about the most immediate task, and that'll be against Swaziland
Yes.
on Friday. They're part of that team, 9 Orlando Pirates players, but how do you get those guys motivated after this last Sunday and the CAF Champions League final in Egypt?
Look, I think at the moment that the good thing about the football and the players at this moment of time are all fighting to be in the Bafana Bafana team. Everybody wants to play in the national team. You know, there's a new vibe amongst everybody. They're all competing, and you know this team against Swaziland is really in preparation for the Chan tournament. You know, we want to do really well in the Chan tournament. The whole of South Africa want us to do well in the Chan tournament, and I'm sure that everybody else expects that, you know, so we need to have the best players available. And of course Orlando Pirates at the moment are one of the best teams in Africa. They're the number 2 team in Africa, you know, and their players fully deserve to be there. But we've got a nice mix. We've got, I think, maybe 5 or 6 players from Kaizer Chiefs, a couple from Supersport, and most of the league is represented. As you know, it's a locally based players only for the Chan tournament. So it's quite exciting right now.
All right, thanks, Gordon. I know that you had mentioned something about having discussions with the PSL teams with regards to the Chan tournament. How far are those discussions, Danny?
Well, we are going to have the meeting first with the international board and the joint liaison committee, and on the 19th we have the executive meeting. So hopefully by the 19th, on the day of the match against Spain, we should be able to have clarified the matter.
All right, so next Tuesday is a very important match for Bafana Bafana in so many ways. Daniel Jordaan, President of SAFA, Coach of Bafana Bafana, Jordaan and Igesund, thank you very much for joining us here on Morning Live.
Thank you.
We wish you guys all the best of luck. And guys, go out and get those tickets for Bafana Bafana up against Spain. It all takes place at the F&B Stadium in Johannesburg next week, Tuesday. And the tickets, as I said, are really well priced. It's time now.